Hello, ladies and germs. Welcome back. ZDS here, bringing you the next episode, part 3, I believe, of my Pokemon Colosseum Let's Play. So, before I begin, I want to preface something by saying I have not played this damn game in over a month. Or about a month, anyway. So I don't remember anything we were doing in the previous episode. So, let me actually, I think... Oh, did I say I was gonna... Oh, yeah, I just didn't do it for these two. So I was gonna Pika Hex, but I didn't do it for Noctowl and Skiploom. I don't know why. Again, it's been some weeks, so I don't remember everything I did last time. So we got our little Flaffy here, which will be a good use for a Ampharos later. Quagsire, Misdreavus, this fucking useless-ass Fire Slug, and this fucking ferret that hits like a carton truck. Oh, and also we have this. Kind of went with like a max attack and special for this thing. Because it's got speed boost, so every turn it'll raise its speed anyway, so eventually it'll just outspeed the opponent. Which actually, you know what? I'm going to add you to the fucking party. I've never played XD with, or Colosseum rather, with Yanma. I've played with everyone else, but not for Yanma. So I guess we'll just... I'm going to pull you out. And... fine. Wait. No. Flaffy. I need something better. Alright. So we're still not at the point of the game where we can go ahead and purify our shadows. So for right now, what we gotta do is we gotta go back through this fucking abandoned warehouse looking thing. Oh, don't cross in front of her unless you're way down here. Otherwise she forces you into a battle. Which you will have to come over here later in the game. Oh, and get used to the cacophony of non-shadow using Pokemon trainers that will help during your fucking path. This guy in particular is a pain in the ass, because every time you want to come through here, you have to battle him. There's no offense about it. Bite. Side kick. I hope that the volume on the game isn't super, super bad. I tried turning it down to try to match my, just like a fraction less than my, my speaking voice. So you can still hear the volume, but you can't hear the volume bleeding through my microphone. That's my main concern. And you'll see why I have to do things this way. Because there's a fuckload of trainers, they're all in my goddamn way, and everyone wants to kill me. I don't really have anything to say for these battles. Part of me is actually recording today out of obligation because I haven't recorded anything in 3 weeks. I've had a bad October, I'll put it that way. Well, a very tumultuous October. Bite the Barbush. Fuck you for not dying in one hit. You have fighting hidden power. And I'll just bite your fucking Barboach. At least I'm pretty sure Umbreon has fighting hidden power. Yes, it does. I gave Espeon fire and Umbreon fighting. I'm just now remembering I said that in the previous video, but whatever. This is pretty much just going to be 30 minutes of me trying to get upstairs. That is unfairly accurate. 30 minutes of me trying to get upstairs. Oh my god. Also, you might notice from my tone of voice that I am a little bit stuffy right now. Thankfully, it is not the thing that's been going around for 2 years. I already done an ad that back in June of 2020 rather. But I got done eating, and like my stomach is like distended and shit, so now my fucking voice suffered from it. May not be that noticeable, but it is to me. I haven't spoken in the past 13 hours straight. Very unusual. Oh boy, everyone always wants to target my Espeon. That's something that when you play Colosseum, you're gonna have to get used to. Part of the reason that Umbreon is so good in this game is because the opponents never target him. The opponents almost exclusively target your Espeon. And I wish in some level I was joking about that, but I am not. Okay, perfect time for a full restore. 2 of them, in fact. And yes, all of my shadows are also holding the lucky eggs. I think I have lucky egg on SB and Umbria as well. Just a bunch of really low-level bad Pokemon. This is actually one of my least favorite parts about Colosseum. Is that Colosseum is like... It's like one of the fucking Final Fantasy games, I believe, that Some Call Me Johnny reviewed. It was like, the game is mostly battles. Like, there's very little in the way of anything else. And in this building, it's just gratuitous, because there's literally like 3 or 5 people on every floor trying to stop you from going higher. Which, at a certain point, I know that they're trying to give you options to level grind before you find Mount Battle, which I appreciate. But, it's a lot of battles, man. This is a good thing that I love the fucking battle formula of these games. It's really hard to try to convince a non-Nintendo or Pokemon fan to join the fucking fandom. I don't know why. It's just, there's so few people who are convinced that Pokemon is actually good at all. So let's just do... oh no. Double Hidden Powers. Hidden Power Fire, goodbye to Snow-Runch. Has a base stat of 50 in every stat. Not a good Pokemon. I'm actually kind of surprised that Hidden Power Fighting actually killed that Spheal in one shot. I honestly expected it to take at least 2. Well, I shouldn't say at least 2, but just take 2, because it wouldn't have taken 3. This girl's got some dancing pokes. At least I think that's her gimmick. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, to be honest. I don't know. I also still don't know why the game chugs just a little bit whenever I use Psychic with Espeon or Umbreon. And I've been having some crash issues with the fucking emulator, so I really hope it doesn't fucking break on me today. I should do at least 5 videos today. It's not like I'm doing anything else important. I don't know when this video is going to come out, but it's almost Halloween when I'm recording it. So it'll probably not come out for another month, actually, now that I think about it, because XD still has 4 parts left at the... or 6 parts left of the recording of this video. I think I have 20 videos for that series, and I have, like... I don't know how many this one's going to be. It might even be longer. Actually, I fucking have no goddamn clue how many videos I have for XD. Oh, bullshit! How dare you survive my Psychic? Fucker. Ugh. Sorry, I'm yawning like crazy again. Oh, no. Okay. So I'm not gonna fight him first. I'm gonna come in here. Darling, aren't you one of Duke King's people? What made you think you could simply waltz in here? Such a silly boy. Where's Mirror B? I'm taking him down. Take him down after the beating you took? That's too funny. You wait, I'm gonna drive you all out of this town. Huh. Ooh, such a feisty boy. Don't tell me we have to take your Pokemon as hostage to make you settle down like we did with Duking. Oh, we seem to be getting a lot of unexpected company today, but there's no excuse for being a bad host. So these 2 girls are a pain in my ass because, not that they're difficult, but that they are 2 shadows back to back. The first one has a Shadow Remoraid, which, look at the level of that motherfucking thing. You have to basically tap it for it not to die. Which is why I'm glad I have fucking Master Balls, because this is annoying as hell. That Remoraid is the 2nd lowest level Pokemon, Shadow Pokemon in the game. The other one is the final Shadow you get, which is also level 20. Why, in the sake of fucking hell, they made that Remoraid only level 20, as opposed to the next trainer who's got a level 33 Mantine in line with the level cap from the previous 11 Shadows we've caught? I don't know. But it's kind of weird. Also, if you lose one of them, it disappears, and you can't get it again until post-game. That's something I might not have mentioned in the previous video, but if you knock out a Shadow Pokemon, I don't think all Shadow Pokemon are like this, but I know that a good some of them are, specifically the ones that happen from Cipher Peons. or trainers you can't readily rebattle, like the guys in the square, battle square, whatever the fuck they call it in Pyrite here. Those shadow Pokemon will not be available until you rebattle the trainer post-game after going to the Snag'em hideout. And you have to recycle and do that over and over, which is the exact reason why I just don't fucking bother ever not bringing Master Balls. It's not like there's any problem with bringing Master Balls. Although, from the fucking video comments on my channel, you'd think that people have a problem with fucking Master Balls. I don't know why. It's not like it's a big fucking deal. If you don't like the fact that I use Master Balls, then don't watch my videos. Don't just fucking hate on me because I'm doing it a different way. I mean, I'll do legendary captures where I just capture them normally, but for the most part, I just stick with Master Balls because it's easier. I don't know about any of you guys, but I find it incredibly boring to watch somebody on YouTube try for hours or dozens of minutes even, or even just 12 minutes to capture a single legendary with a normal Pokeball. I don't find that entertaining. So that's why I don't do it that way. But of course, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, blah blah blah, and all that good stuff. But my opinion is that it doesn't matter. So once you beat these girls' asses, they leave. You gotta try to help Silva up. But yeah, we're friends of Duking. He's regretting for his past actions. Blah blah blah. Oh, and there's Mirror B in his afro and gold uniform. You cowardly I can't read all this. So essentially, he's just using Plusle as a bargaining tool to make sure that Duking does whatever the hell they say. I don't know why the Plusle is so important to him, but I guess I could say the same thing for fucking Pikachu to Ash in some cases. Also, there are these Ian files scattered everywhere, of every so different places and stuff. I don't bother collecting them 99% of the time. The simple fact is that all they do is they give you information on the shadow Pokemon and how they work. But after your first, maybe even after your second, hell, maybe in your first playthrough, I'll pick them up here just for the sake of showing you where they are, but between your first and second playthrough, you never, ever need to get those fucking letters again. They are completely pointless. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this video a little bit longer, because I do have quite a bit of stuff I have to rectify here. I'll probably get till we get to the next save station. Okay, so this is one of the Pokemon I was talking about in the previous video, about one of my every Shadow Pokemon location video. This fucking Quillfish, if you go back and watch that video, which I highly recommend you do, I'll probably have it in the comments or something, on my main channel, obviously. I spent a good 10 minutes, damn near, of that video just catching this fucking Quillfish. So you know what? This is revenge. You're coming with me whether you like it or not. I had better luck catching Entei than this fucking thing. Oh, yeah, spoilers. I actually never really thought about playing this game, or any Pokemon game that I play, with the intent of it to be viewed by new players. But I figure, even though that one spoiler just happened, I'll go ahead and make it beyond that, you know, maybe have this Let's Play be for people who've never actually played Colosseum, and just happen to find my channel when scrolling through my other channel, or just randomly on YouTube. I do have 115 subscribers thanks to you guys, though, so I'm really glad about that. Y'all got that channel up to 155 way quicker than any of my other channels, or 115 rather. Way faster than my main channel got to 100. Took me several months. I'm going to be avoiding all non-essential trainers that I can possibly avoid. This guy we have to fight because he has a Shadow Meditite. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but there we go. And Meditite is pointless in the game. One of the useless Pokemon. It's got a great, fantastic ability in Pure Power. But, up until Generation 4, all Psychic moves were Special-based. So Meditite can only use Pure Power with its Fighting-type stat instead of its Psychic-type stat. Which still makes it a pretty fucking heavy hitter. A Medicham at level 100 with a max Adamant nature of 240 base attack with max IVs and EVs will have collectively a 480 attack stat at level 100 without Swords Dance or anything else. Add a Choice Band to that, and you just increase that to 960. And then, of course, you know, Swords Dance off of that, you're going into the thousands. It's fitting that the Pokemon that have Pure Power and Huge Power, which are pretty much just Azumarill and Metatite. Sorry, I blacked out for a second. They only have like they're all Pokemon that have like really low attack stats. Azumarill's is only 50, Metacham's is only 60. But then they have the broken Mega Mawile, which had 105, which is no wonder why it ended up in the Uber tier in that generation. And yes, here is another Shadow Pokemon. Dunsparce is probably one of the most forgettable yet charming Pokemon in the game. I still remember when Sun and Moon were being announced, and I saw fucking Drampa in the trailers. I and many others, similarly with Alomomola for the Gen 5 games with respect to Love Disc, thought that Drampa was going to be the evolution of Dunsparce. And boy, does Game Freak love crushing our hopes and dreams, don't they? Alomomola should be Love Disc's evolution, and Drampa should be Dunsparce's evolution. And yes, I did not do that. I did that on purpose. I actually want Bite over Feint Attack. Feint Attack and Bite have the same base power, but the difference between the two is that Feint Attack has an average of 20 PP, whereas Bite has 25. And as far as the effect goes, Bite can make the opponent flinch, where Feint Attack has no such special effect. So I gotta go up because there's going to be a Swablu trainer in my way. I think it's pretty much this guy. Most of the Shadow trainers you have to interact with, so they don't make it so... Why are every Pokemon I'm getting are male right now? Every single Shadow I've caught in this video, and the last two in the previous video, were all male. Despite the fact that many of them have a 50-50 gender ratio. Oh yeah, and I might use Swablu as one of my final Pokemon, because I do fucking love Altaria. It's a defensive dragon type, but I definitely always make it an offensive one. Typically with a modest nature to get use of that Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Dragon Claw combo I used to use a lot. Or you can also go with a physical Dragon Dance set. To each their own. I personally don't do that because Dragon is a special move. Or special type based in this game. Okay, Bite on you, Psychic on you. I could use Hidden Power Fire and Beldum, but Lombre is going to take longer to kill with Umbreon than it would with Espeon. It's the one downside to the Umbreon family. Umbreon doesn't get Crunch until Generation 8. And up until then, in Gen 4, it gets access to Foul... Or Gen 5, it gets access to Foul Play. But Foul Play, even though it's a 95 base power physical dark move, it doesn't get... Its attack power is determined by the opponent's attack stat. So if your opponent's attack stat is low, then the attack will do very little damage. Also, thank you, phone. I don't really need alerts right now when I'm recording videos. Goodbye. So this sewer system actually took me, like, way shorter than I thought. Here we go. You know, for the sake of the music, give me 1 second. There we go. I turned off Speed Boost on this, so I can get the good vibes from Mirror B's awesome dance tunes. I don't know exactly what Mirror B is supposed to be. He's like a gay Afro Elvis with a Mexican twinge to him because of the sombrero guys and the music. I don't know if he's supposed to be some sort of fucked up racial stereotype, but it does feel like that to me. Now, unlike in XD, this obviously takes place after XD, but I played XD first for the channel. Love that part. It's really hard for some people to roll their R's. But yeah, unlike in that game, he actually only has Ludicolo's in Colosseum. He has other Pokemon in XD, but in Colosseum it's strictly Ludicolo. I also think the reporting is a bit slow. The game's running at full speed, so I don't know, maybe it's just me. I definitely recommend you get Espeon high enough to be able to one-hit KO most of these Ludicolos, otherwise it takes a fucking long-ass time. And they love to spam Rain with Rain Dish and Swift Swim, as well as water coverage, and also things like Leech Seed. So they can be a pain in the ass to fight. Maybe it's just because I just was playing the game at a higher frame rate till now, but this game feels so much slower. Oh, and on his first turn, both of his Ludicolos will use Rain Dance, so it doesn't matter which one you kill. If you can't kill them both, just double target. His Shadow Pokemon is a Sudowoodo, so I won't have any problems with my Bite hitting it by accident. Ludicolo does have much higher special defense than defense, though. I think it's 100 base special defense and 70 base defense. I think this time I'll go with another bite on the level 28 one, which won't half kill it, unfortunately. Yep, there's Leech Seed. Fucking duck. It's an Arriba. It's a Mexican pineapple duck. That's all I can think about. It's like a Mexican pineapple duck. I know its head's supposed to be based more on lily pads, but its body looks like a fucking pineapple. And I don't want to double card it this time because his fucking Sudowoodo's coming out next. Although I don't know if I have enough power to take that out in one shot. I did not. Okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, he does Razor Leaf. Thankfully, SB and Umbra, you don't really have to worry about special attacks like Razor Leaf. I mean, look at that. Umbra's special base is 130 and Espeon's is 95. 95 may not be that super high, but it's definitely nothing to suck off at either. Okay. So they did the Leech Seed, so that means they're going to drain some life out of my Espeon, I think. Yep. Who's it going to again? Ah, the fat Rain Dance boy. Oh, and he has Rain Dish too, okay. Yeah, that's why these guys can be a pain in the butt. But, unfortunately for him, my Espeon's psychic power is unrivaled. Espeon's special attack is 130, which gives her a total of 394 at level 100 with max investment. Which I do have max investment on this Espeon, so when it gets to level 100, that's what the special is going to be. And another male! Very peculiar this time. I find this a little odd. I do like his tune, though. It's very catchy. I'm constantly fighting myself between which of the two Mirror B themes I like more. I think that honor would have to go to the one in XD, but Colosseum is much more nostalgic for me. I mean, for obvious reasons, I played Colosseum first. Although I got XD to play not even a year after I got Colosseum to play, so. There might be a video about that at some point in the future, but for now, I'm just gonna worry about this. Why does Sudowoodo to me look like something you'd find in a fucking Zelda game? It's like the sentient plant type situation. Although it is a rock type, so I guess sentient plant doesn't work out that well. I only just realized that I had a strawberry melon brisk iced tea on the floor. Closed, of course, but I think I had that like 2 weeks ago. Still good, at least. Didn't ferment or anything. Alright, well now that that's over, now I'm gonna turn the fucking music, or the fucking speed back up, because this is painful at this point. There we go, that's better. I just can't play Pokemon games at normal speed anymore. Alright, so let's grab this here, which is the TM for Snatch. We'll get the third of the 5 Ian files. Grab this item over here, which will be Macho Brace. That'll increase your ability to, well, IV training is what that's for. So yeah, here come Duking and Silva. How they got through everyone that I got through, I don't know. Maybe they battled them along the way when I left them behind. Okay. Kevin, we owe you a great deal. Sincerely, thank you. If you were even a bit later, Plusle could have been made a Shadow Pokemon. It's horrible. I'm glad everything's fine, Papa. And Plusle too. And now this Plusle's like, huh, what's the matter, Plusle? Oh, you want to... Okay, I understand. Kevin, could you take my Plusle with you? Plusle is saying it wants to help you too. Yes, that's right. You can't let those criminals get away with it. That's amazing, we got a cute and brave addition to our party. Kevin, I'm counting on you. Outside of the fucking Ho-Oh that you get for beating the 100 battle challenge, that is the only other non-Shadow Pokemon besides your starters. Okay. Well, besides your starters and that, it's the only other non-Shadow Pokemon you get in the game. But now that we have saved the, precious town, I don't know. Now that we've saved the people here, now we gotta go visit Aria's grandparents, which is where she was heading to in the first place. The implication of her dad is, her grandpa is supposed to be Ash Ketchum for some reason. I mean, that's the implication. I don't fucking I call that BS. Although it would be an interesting caveat considering, you know, the female character that joins you I mean, she does look a lot like Misty, in a sort of weird way. Yep. Grandpa Egan and Grandma Bellew. You know, one of the biggest mysteries in Pokemon for me is just what the fuck happened to Wes and Yui, the canonical names of these two characters, after Colosseum had wrapped up. Like, I really want to know what that is. Now, I'm going to go a little bit further, like I said. I'm just going to go ahead and clear out the motherfucker in here who is trying to take Shadow Pokemon. Trying to do something, I don't know. So I'll toss these cookies out here first. And I'm still thirsty. I tend to get very thirsty during recordings. Excuse me. Like, Hidden Power Fire, Psychic. Or fighting, rather, in Psychic. Just hit me in the face with that. Alright, get out of my way, please. I'm tired of this. Isn't my commentary just fucking riveting? I'd much prefer to do these videos without talking over them, but you guys don't want that. You guys want me to do the Let's Plays while I'm talking over them, and I appreciate that, I really do. I'm happy that my voice entertains you to some degree. But I'm not funny when I'm not scripted or I'm not hanging out with my buddies. When it's just by myself, I typically don't talk at all. Which is kind of weird because most people consider me an extrovert, but no, I keep to myself 90% of the time. The only people I bother are my friends and family. And bother is a little too strong of a word to use for that scenario. Alright. So now let's go in here. Oh, no, we got ambushed by a lady dropping from the sky whose name is Cass. Baltoy, and yup, another male Ralts, like I mentioned in the previous video. Or rather, another Ralts in general, like I mentioned before. This is an easy victory. Shadow Ball and Baltoy, it'll be fucking more than enough to kill it. Despite Espeon only having a base attack of 65, much like fucking Umbreon does. Yeah, if I remember correctly when I said before, like, there is only one trainer, I think, that has a Gardevoir. And God, I can't wait to get to that fight, because it'll be so satisfying beating his ass. At this point, it would kind of be bad if, like... Although I do want to do a voiceless Let's Play, just because my voice is fucking crappy. It's just not feasible here. After all, I already started this one, so yeah. Good thing I didn't throw away the chicken I made earlier. Oh yeah, so he's basically come here to destroy this thing because it's the only way that they know to cure Shadow Pokemon of being Shadow Pokemon. And that Pikachu is why it is implied that this is supposed to be Ash at the age of 80. However, I would have to say that's really insulting because even Ash wouldn't be stupid enough to just continue spamming Quick Attack on a fucking Hitmontop. He would have used Thunderbolt on it or something. But no. This guy's just fucking retarded. He probably still would have lost anyway, but at least he would have had better chance to win. The level 50 fucking Pikachu, for crying out loud. 2 Thunderbolts would have at least been able to kick it into fucking Quick Attack range, right? Oh. Also, I want to bring this up too. I mentioned this in my XD Let's Play, but I'll mention it here again anyway. I love going against Wynot with Dark types, because if you're using Dark-type moves against Wynot and your Pokemon itself is a Dark-type, its Mirror Coat ability, which will reflect twice the damage done to it that's special-based, will do nothing, because Dark-types are immune to Psychic-types. That is Wobbuffet and Wynot's biggest fucking weakness, is just a Dark-type using Dark moves. So even if I don't kill it, which I did, but even if I didn't and he did decide to use Mirror Coat, it wouldn't have affected me. I believe that's still the case in every subsequent Pokemon game after this. And the same thing goes with Counter if you're fighting against a Ghost type. So if a Ghost Pokemon uses a physical Ghost move on a Pokemon that has Counter, then the Counter will do nothing to the Ghost Pokemon because Counter is a fighting move. And Ghosts are immune to fighting. Only when I start saying these things out loud do I realize how fucking ridiculous Pokemon can be sometimes. The fact that just ghosts are everywhere and you can just pick them up and take them places and hold them in small balls. Okay, so there's all this nonsense about Celebi and the Shadow Pokemon. Now, before we can actually purify my Pokemon, we have to have Baloo up here go to get the Stone Tablet. And then we have to go see the old man who lives in front of the fucking Pokemon Center. Or Pokemon Shop. He lives right here. There is no other reason that I can fathom to come here for any other reason. This guy is clearly senile and doesn't remember anything. But he'll remember the ancient lore of Celebi every day of the fucking week. Celebi directly, you must use an item called the Time Flute. This is all one needs to bring Celebi to the Relic Forest. Celebi will surely cause darkness to flee from the hearts of Pokemon. Eventually he starts calling the girl Torchic. I can't understand why. I mean, senility is funny in some context, but it's not really funny in most others. Alright. So now we have that. Now he's going to ask... Oh, my PDA. I forgot. So this is something I like to do. Let me just go to my email. Emergency. Let's go to my alert tone. And we go to Melody 2. That's just the one I've always used. I just like it more. Because the original ones... the stock sound really startles me so often. Alright. So, now that we can purify Shadow Pokemon, I'll just go ahead and give one little tutorial on one of the Shadows I already have purified. We'll just purify Croconaw real fast. Oh, and there's another Ian file. Again, not really important. But we can go over to our Croconaw and purify the bitch. And even with a good emulator, this sequence always lags. I might need to turn down the video resolution to fucking native or something, because that's hard to look at. But I'm actually going to go ahead into my PC and call this a video, because I'm going to go ahead and purify the last of the Pokemon that we have obtained. And I'm going to purify every single Pokemon off screen. So, thank you guys so much for watching this. God, I can't talk. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been CDS, and keep it fun one video at a time, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bumbled up that outro, did the lamest one, but whatever. Have a good night, everybody.